Hi there, welcome back to my channel. This is Balsamic Moon Tarot. I'm here with 3 cards for you to choose from. We're going to do a pick a card reading today, and I'm also going to do a short collective message in the beginning just to pick up on the energies as we lead up to the eclipse, the full moon, the partial eclipse and the full moon in Taurus on Saturday, October 28th. Okay, so I'll just do a short collective message and then I'll move on to these 3 readings. Let's see what we have today. For pile 1, abundance, beautiful. Let me see, is that right enough? Okay. For pile 2, we have, wow, going forward. And for pile 3, we have purity. Beautiful. These are the 3 cards to choose from. Feel free to skip ahead to the timestamp for your reading, or feel free to stick around for the collective reading that will be first. Okay? See you there. Hi there, welcome back. This is going to be the collective reading, a short reading for the collective, anyone tuning into this message. Even though this is happening right before, or a couple days before this eclipse on October 28th, this is a timeless message, so whenever you get this message, it would be relevant in your life. However, since this is not a pick-a-pile reading, I will try to make this as general as possible, just to see what messages, what advice our guides are giving us. So let's check in. What is the message for the collective? We have the 9 of Wands. Let me see, is that too bright? That should be good, right? Okay, we have the 9 of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the 5 of Wands. So yeah, definitely picking up a message about, oh wow, having a lot of, oh my god, I'm really the worst with phrases. Having a lot of pots in the fire, is that a saying? But just having a lot going on, working on a lot of different things, having a lot of different goals, and actually accomplishing a lot of what you set out to do. So this King of Pentacles is a great confirmation that if you are someone who has been really working your ass off, even saving money, so maybe you haven't been working so much, but you've definitely been putting in the effort to watch where your money goes, take stock of your finances, any resources you have, even improving relationships, because a lot of relationships are about shared survival, right? Like helping someone out because they helped you in the past. All these things that help survival, help us thrive, help us achieve our goals, whether individually or collectively. This is a message that, you know, we are doing great. You know, we're doing a great job at it. We are succeeding. Let's see. Can we clarify that King of Pentacles? What is the message with that King of Pentacles? Because I'm also hearing about responsibilities. You know, we have all these wands here. With the 9 of Wands, we can feel like we're really close to burnout, or we can feel like we're really close to, you know, finally succeeding at a particular, you know, battle or fight that we've been fighting, like we're finally close to the finish line. 7 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. So I am getting a sense that, you know, even though there's a King of Pentacles here that has a lot of responsibilities, with the 7 of Swords, there is a sense that we maybe feel like some people have been shirking in their responsibilities, or that we've been tempted to shirk our own responsibilities. There's just been a bit of back and forth, I would say. Trying to suss out, trying to determine what's really yours. And I mean yours as in both the most literal sense of what do you truly possess, what do you own, and also yours as in, you know, what is your wheelhouse, what do you excel in, what is your contribution, what do you want to achieve in life, because it's what really inspires you. It's, you know, what is yours in the biggest sense, right? And I also wanted to say that because with the King of Pentacles, we're also thinking about Taurus. The full moon is in Taurus, and as a full moon, it always highlights relationships. So with Scorpio being at the opposite end of Taurus, Scorpio versus Taurus, that polarity is often about trying to figure out what is yours, right? Possessiveness, possessions, what is yours in the most literal sense of money and belongings, but also what is yours in the sense of emotional and psychological baggage, which is a Scorpio theme. And Scorpio is about shedding skin, right? Shedding dead weight and moving away from anything that you realize is not serving you. So the Seven of Swords with that Nine of Wands is also pointing out that collectively we are getting better at determining those fights that we really want to fight, right? Like picking our battles, choosing our battles. The Four of Swords, we really do want to find a happy medium. We want to find, we're willing to compromise here if it means that we gain some rest in that, right? We're willing to let things die. We're willing to let some arguments or some issues just, you know, willing to overlook them, I would say, and compartmentalize them and remove them from the situation, kind of like no longer take them into account, right? I'm getting a sense of counting our blessings and also counting the non-blessings, counting the dramas and deciding what are you going to remove your energy from, what are you going to let die out, right? We're not going to fan the flames anymore. You're not going to feed the fire of destruction. Because with that Knight of Wands there, it's tempting. But, you know, we're a little wiser to that whole process now. And the Knight of Wands, it can be both a hothead and someone with a raging temper, someone who is just impulsive and irrational and just wants to go and get theirs and, you know, to hell with what everyone else wants. So the Knight of Wands can definitely have that energy, but the Knight of Wands can also be just very brave, very aligned, right? Like really fighting for what you believe in, having your priorities straight, and knowing exactly what it is that you're willing to fight for. So I think this Knight of Wands is a positive because it's just another positive reflection on why things are working, why this system, this productive system we have in our lives is working. So collectively, I still think this is very much an affirmation showing up and a reminder that, you know, it is worth fighting for the things you believe in, but are they really things you believe in, or are they just sticking points that you are defending mindlessly, right? So it's that battle of discerning what is it that you truly believe in, what is it you truly want, and are you fighting for that, or are you just fighting for territory? Are you just fighting for possession kind of subconsciously and because you can't handle failure, right? The ego, right? Is what is the process, what is the involvement of the ego in your fights here? So again, we have the Four of Pentacles, exactly what I'm describing here, right? The scenario of being possessive. I'm even getting, you know, people who will argue endlessly about a particular issue because they want to be the expert, right? They are possessive over the reputation they have on this, over the expertise they've you know, really feel their whole credibility is built on that, right? So, wow, that's pretty intense. That's pretty deep. There are a lot of deep-seated issues that can be reflected there. Oh, wow, okay. Okay, now we have the Emperor. So, very strong message there. What that's saying is that, oh, wow, cards are just flying out. We have the Two of Swords here. We're going to look at these together. So I was just talking about, you know, possessiveness and how that's not necessarily always material, right? It can be a psychological possessiveness, or just an egotism about what is your wheelhouse, what is your expertise, what is your reputation, being possessive over that, the reputation, the persona, the status, right? Status seeking, being unwilling to be humble because your status is so important. So that's what I'm getting here. But, you know, with the Emperor showing up, very important point here, which is that if you've got your shit together, you have nothing to prove, right? If you have everything sorted out in your own life, you are accomplishing what you want to accomplish, you're achieving your goals, you're taking care of your responsibilities. You don't have to advertise that, and you don't have to defend it. You just go and do it, right? Walk the walk versus talk the talk. We have the Two of Swords here as well. And in this particular depiction, it's always, this deck is always interesting because it just doesn't have any classic, you know, depictions and symbolism. So it kind of makes it makes me stretch a bit to think about, wow, how could the Two of Swords, how could these tarot meanings, traditional tarot meanings, be related to the image? But what I'm seeing with the Two of Swords here, and this lady who is, you know, kind of unscathed, untouched in this boat, that you know, this man's pulling in this boat with this beautiful lady, almost like cargo. She's just resting, she's sleeping there. It looks like she was previously hidden under this big blanket, but now he's pulling in this boat, this sailboat, into, you know, some kind of dock. There's rough water, so it's clearly not going to be easy to bring in this boat here with this beautiful lady. So I feel like tug of war is there, push and pull, you know, battling with someone who's also not budging, trying to persuade someone who is not going to budge from their position. That's what I'm getting here. So a collective message here is just that, you know, you do have to not just count your blessings, but pick your battles, right? Like don't squander your power and your ability to achieve, to accomplish. Don't squander that on petty disagreements and petty differences, okay? Because the differences are baked into the whole kit and caboodle. The differences will always be there. You will always find something to argue about if that's what you're looking for. So yeah, I would say that is the collective message. I don't think I need to go much deeper because I am trying to keep this general, but let's go ahead and pull a few more cards before I move on to the different piles here. Pull a few more cards. So Princess of Swords, also known as the Page of Swords. Yeah, this is about communication. Communication and information gathering. King of Pentacles again. So definitely strong confirmation that we're dealing with the realm, you know, whatever the King of Pentacles is for you, we're dealing with that right now. We're dealing with not just finances, but responsibilities, work, community, family, even extended family. Okay, the Moon. We're dealing with, okay, this one to come out. Oh, beautiful. Wow, the Sun. Look at that. I just got the Sun right after the Moon. So we're dealing with, you know, the dynamic again, the push and pull, people trying to sort out their differences, but understanding, right, in these types of communications, trying to talk over differences, trying to sort out those differences, trying to even delegate, right, even to be the adult and take ownership, take responsibility, be a leader in your own life, in your own realm. To be that leader you do have to improve the way you communicate, because communication is a push-pull dynamic. It is not just black and white. What you say in one context will have a completely different meaning in another context. So with the Five of Cups here, you know, perhaps there were some conversations that led to some words that have been, you regret. You know, maybe you said something in a way that was a bit harsh, or a bit not as harsh as you intended, and yet that's how it was received. With communication, we do have to take into account how so much is misinterpreted. So we can't just say things off the cuff all the time. We have to be very careful and precise with our words. And the King of Pentacles energy here is to show that, you know, this is something you do have to take responsibility for. And even if you don't see yourself as someone who is good at communication, maybe you think it's not your forte, it's still something that you need to try with. You know, you need to try to master it. The moon and the sun here, you know, this is also the yin and yang, and the dynamic within us all, right? We with yin and yang, we need to be both active, and we need to be both receptive. So, you know, there's a beautiful balance here, being proactive. Sometimes you need to be the first to break the ice and communicate something, send a message, send a text, send an email, you know, whatever that is in your life right now. Sometimes you do need to be proactive and break the ice that way. But don't do that if you're not willing to listen, okay? So also think about the sensitivity of the issue. Think about people's own, you know, what is that word? Oh, you know, someone might be delicate, someone might be a bit tender about something from the past. Be receptive to that. It's very easy still for projections to occur, for confusion to occur. So if you're not ready to have a conversation that you give your best to, don't initiate the conversation, is what I'm seeing here. So that is the collective message. Wait until the time is right. No need to rush an important conversation if that's what has to happen. But when the time is right, do take responsibility. Be the adult. Be careful with your words. Be precise. And also be very reasonable here, right? Like, don't come to it blind. Do all your research. You know, give it a lot of thought to what you're saying, what you're proposing. But the outcome, there's a lot of potential for success in this outcome. You have the potential to, you know, again, maintain your authority and maintain the power you've gained, maintain everything you've accomplished. You know, you don't have to come to this disagreement with a sense of inadequacy. You know, you have a lot of strengths. You have a lot of proof that you've worked hard, that you deserve what what you've worked for. So there's no need to come to it with defensiveness or insecurity on your part. Okay, that's the collective message. Wow, I was not expecting that. I mean, I didn't know what to expect really, but that's really interesting that, you know, it seems like a lot of us are having very sensitive topics, sensitive subjects in our lives that we still need to kind of dance around, and it's still, you know, going to be an ongoing task for us to sort out disagreements, sort out differences with the people who are in our lives a lot, with the people we rely on and people who rely on us, you know, people that we are constantly working together with, or you know, who are part of our shared survival here. So that's the collective message as we go into this eclipse. Okay, so thanks for listening to that. We'll move on to pile 1. See you there. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. I have shuffled and selected some cards for you, so I'm going to get started on that. You selected the card for abundance, so clearly, you know, abundance is on your mind. I also feel like this is a very peaceful scene, so thinking about how having that abundance would really lay some things to rest in your life. You feel like you want to, you know, really move on, have a clean slate, bury some things, bury some problems forever, you know, like just have them be done with and really be able to move on. So that's what I'm getting so far from that abundance card. But let's see what the message is for you today. I have this pile and I want to move in this direction. So let's do that. Wow. Flowering. The Queen of Rainbows, or the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, beautiful. Such a lovely start. Let's go ahead and put the cards one after the other like this. Okay, we have the Four of Cups here. Volcano. Dependency. Wow. Okay. I am getting relationship here. A relationship issue. Celebrate the little things. Oh, look at this little mouse with the cupcake. Nirvana. Interesting. Right under abundance. Seven of Swords. Someone playing chess. King of Cups. Okay. Eight of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles again. Wow. Finishing the message here. So, okay, so I am picking up on a relationship. I am picking up that whoever is watching this, whoever this is for someone in a committed relationship. I think that there has been perhaps a disagreement lately that you feel has not been addressed properly. I think that for whatever reason, in your relationship, you both have been either downplaying it or just not discussing it, not wanting to go there, is what I'm hearing. And I say that because also with the volcano and with dependency, it seems like there's a belief that if you go there, right, if you bring up this topic prematurely, that it could really blow up in your face. So the message is definitely to acknowledge that there's been a struggle to keep things running smoothly. I'm getting, the fact that you guys have a life together. You do have to pay the bills, or you have to keep a business running together. You want to keep things running smoothly. You don't want the operation of your life to be derailed. And yet there is something that has to be expressed, purged, put onto the open, and if anything, just like detox, frankly. I think with abundance and Nirvana here, and even the King of Cups, you have a beautiful relationship overall. Celebrate the little things. You have a lot to be grateful for. You have a lot that is going right. It just makes sense that you're somebody who wants, everything to be right, everything to be as good as can be. The Queen of Pentacles has wants everyone in her life to thrive. She's very nurturing. And I think that with the King of Cups, the person you're dealing with, you might be a woman or a man, and the person you're dealing with might be a woman or a man. But with the King of Cups, I'm seeing this as your partner, somebody who is very gentle, very sensitive, and also very, someone who tends to question themselves, tends to doubt themselves, and might be rationalizing their feelings a bit here. They might have some difficult feelings, anger, resentment, maybe not towards you even, maybe towards someone else in their lives, and they're just kind of bearing it. And as a result, you as the partner, you're really like tiptoeing around this, and you're trying not to trigger them. But the issue is there, right? You can't ignore the fact that this struggle that your partner is going through is impacting you as well. It's impacting the relationship, and it's impacting you. So, let me focus on the Nirvana card for a moment. I do want to get the guidebook because I feel like with where Nirvana landed here in abundance and Seven of Swords, it's like there is a path opening up to resolving this, but it's opening up in a way that's unexpected, and it is going to take a little bit of sleuthing or investigation on your part, because with that Seven of Swords, there's a game of strategy showing up here, right? So there is a strategy that you can employ in dealing with this very sensitive topic or struggle that your partner is very involved with, okay? So why the Nirvana card? Let's see. Your mind is Nirvana. Okay, I'm just gonna pause here. Okay, very interesting. I actually got a pretty specific message when I was looking up this Nirvana card. So I do think that your partner, one of you or a few of you could be dealing with a partner who has experienced a medical crisis recently, and it's perhaps limited their it's limited their lives somehow. Perhaps they have a disability, could even be a temporary disability, but there is a something that is preventing them from feeling like they have full use of all their limbs, or they have full vitality. They've been feeling again, this limitation. It's been either traumatizing, I mean, I would think definitely, right, they're traumatizing, but they've really struggled with something that is making them, understandably so, struggling with their mental health and their as well, right? Like it's understandably made it difficult to move on. They may be dwelling a lot, or actually they may be distracting themselves a lot. They may be, having a difficult time accepting fully what their new situation is, right? Having a difficult time moving on. And that makes a lot of sense in the fact that there is a sensitive topic that both of you are sort of dancing around. And I think it is the fact that your partner, as a result of the crisis, the illness, or the disability, they've become a lot more dependent on you. And wow, that makes a lot of sense when you think about the Queen of Pentacles showing up twice, because you as the caretaker, you're now a caregiver, like doubly so in that sense. With abundance, I can see that you really do want abundance to flow into your life, so that perhaps you can offset or outsource some of this caregiving. And that does make sense with Seven of Swords being the strategy card here. You're really trying to solve this problem. So I cannot give you the answers here. I can only affirm for you that what you're going through is definitely difficult, and your guides are here to guide. Your guides are here. They do want to just send you a message of, it is going to be okay. We have the Nirvana card here, and there's a very spiritual message there about, not having the attachment to the vessel that is the vessel of your temporary time on this planet, right? Like everything is temporary, including our bodies, including our health. What has a lasting impact is, what we give in our lives, right? How we impact each other, how we affect each other, how we care for each other. What is the influence we want to have on others around us? So to ground yourself further in your spiritual practice, I think, is going to be key here. Again, celebrate the little things, right? Celebrate those little things, because they absolutely are everything. Don't oh wow, what am I trying to say? It's like when you don't acknowledge the little things and you act like they're not that big of a deal, you're depriving yourself. You're depriving yourself of the inner peace that is cultivated, right? Whenever we feel gratitude for little things. When we feel gratitude for little things, it gives us a bit of greater ability to see and appreciate other things that have passed our awareness. So it's really about enhancing our awareness. But yeah, let's see. I do want to pull some more cards. I just want to make sure I feel connected to the next deck that I'm getting for you. Okay, let's see. Wants to be this deck. Okay. Yes. Okay, we have 3 cards already here. The 4 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, and the 6 of Wands. I feel like getting enough rest for yourself is key here. You do have a support system, but you've probably been ignoring them for a while. You've probably been in your little bubble for a while, which is totally fine. That's totally understandable. But I do think this is a gentle nudge, a gentle reminder that when you yourself feel supported, you know, you feel like you can take on this battle that is in front of you. You feel renewed for the next day. And that's all you can really do, right? It's all about day by day. So don't put it off until tomorrow. You know, make an effort today to just reach out to somebody who's a good friend of yours. Reach out to someone who, you know, can help you bear the weight of this, even just by getting a text from you, you know, just venting to someone. That's really going to help you get some rest about this and just feel a little bit more removed, a little bit more protected from, you know, the everyday struggles of this. So that's one message there. But yeah, I feel like overall I'm not meant to give you so much information as this is meant to, you know, remind you that your guides are always listening to you. They're always here. They're always paying attention to you. And you know, they're not going to always send a lightning rod, a lightning bolt, right? I think about this volcano here. You know, the volcano, it's not always going to be the biggest, loudest bang that gets your attention. Sometimes it's going to be just those little messages, those little nudges. So let me pull out one more card. It's going to be, you know, advice or just another word of encouragement here. Wow, transformation. So this really makes me think about the flowering, right? The transformation here is colorful. You see this phoenix. I feel like this is a phoenix rising from the ashes. We see this volcano, the volcano being a transformative process. So I remember when I first started this reading that I did feel like there was something in your life that you do that is working out. Like it could be a business, it could be just the finances in general, but like you've got flow in your life, and you know, you might be nervous that it's going to dry up or it's going to be derailed, but this transformation card is the reminder that no matter what you face, you have the power to transform yourself or to transform the situation, and the next phase, the next iteration is going to be better than before, okay? This is a very powerful card and a powerful message that, you know, whatever gets handed to you, the good and the bad, these are just added ingredients, right? It's just more for you to work with, and it may feel like you have so much to battle against sometimes. It may feel like you have too many inputs, you know, too much information to organize or analyze. Take a break from that. Just take a break and renew yourself in good company. You know, find the friend who can make you laugh at anything. Do what you have to do to bring some levity into the scenario, because transformation is, you know, a process that doesn't require so much analysis. It really is about following your hunches, following your intuition, following the natural inkling you have, your desires. You know, you can figure this out, and your guides are here to help you figure that out. What is the next transformation? What is the next iteration? What is the new life opening up before you? 3 of Pentacles. So we have another 3 here with that 3 of Cups. So again, you know, the support system, the support circle, perhaps transforming the social circle or the support system, transforming that to be more helpful, more productive. There are people who want to help, they want to collaborate with you, you know, finding new partners in whatever this business is or this project is, whatever is in your life that is working, you can identify new opportunities for it to support the new needs, right? You have new needs opening up in your life, and how do you address getting those needs met? It's going to be some changes, some transforming of expectations and roles, and also seeking collaboration, seeking support and partnership, and even some more commitment even, right, from people in your life. So that's what I have for you, pile one. Wow, big message here. You are incredibly, you know, empowered, capable person. I see that very clearly here. So I am not worried for you, but I hope that whatever happens next, you can try to enjoy the little things as much as possible. Celebrate even the littlest gains, and, you know, don't be so hard on yourself. It is all going to work out. The ship will right itself. Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah, the ship will right itself. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, take care, pile one. Hello, pile two. Welcome to your reading. You selected this oracle card, Going Forward. Very beautiful scene here with the winding path going uphill. It's going towards the sunlight, the sunrise, as well as the mountains. So you are, you know, you are definitely, with this on your mind, you are definitely ready to, I would say, take on more in your life. I think you're ready to take on a bigger challenge, take on more responsibilities even. There's something really inspiring you to achieve more than you've ever achieved. So that's what I'm getting first. I have a lot of cards here. I feel like there's a lot that does want to come through for you. I've also put aside this oracle deck here for, I want to pull out a card on screen for you here, but I think this needs to be saved till the end. So I'm just going to put that there, make sure I don't forget about it. Okay, pile two, Going Forward. Let's put your card right here. And let's see what we have for you. Holy cow, the sun. What about, like, look at, wow. We were just talking about the sun. You've got the sun as the second card. Beautiful blessing and affirmation here that your guides are absolutely cheering for you. They're very excited for you. And they also feel like you finally, you know, you hear them. They feel like you're finally understanding and hearing what they've been trying to tell you all along. Let's see, what else? Six of Swords. Interesting. Wow, we see the sun again. We see a sun. I feel like it might be more of a setting sun, but we have the sun. Actually, am I totally, that looks like a moon, doesn't it? It looks like a moon. It could be a sun, it could be a moon. So the Six of Swords is about navigating away from a difficult situation and trying to move forward, move towards safety, move to a protected space, to get some clarity in your life without the distractions of constant upheaval, you know? So the fact that I was not sure, I was so sure it's the sun, then I'm like, maybe it's the moon. You're still figuring something out. You're still, you're actually still trying to figure out how to extricate yourself from a situation. I think maybe you are leaving a job or leaving a partnership, and you're doing things for that reason. You've like taken on a new practice. It's even possible you've taken on a new spiritual practice to help guide you. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what else is here. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh my goodness, amazing. This is one of the funkiest Wheel of Fortune depictions I've ever seen. It's a very cool card, and it's, you know, it is about cycles And it's also about how the wheel of fortune, what goes up must go down, and vice versa. What goes down must come up. So it's like, it's this reminder that things are constantly in motion. And if you're, inspired by something, if you're being guided to pursue a bigger path, to embark on a new career or a new enterprise, I'm hearing that you definitely might be someone who's trying to start their own business. But whatever you're embarking on, right? Like, keep centered. Stay centered, stay grounded. There's going to be a lot of moving parts still. So the more centered you are, the more you're able to experience that peace, like in the eye of the storm, right? The more you can gain that inner peace for yourself, the less these moving parts and these constant changes will, the less impact all those changes will have on that core, right? You can have that inner peace, and you can have all of these moving parts around you that won't ruffle you as much. They won't distract you. They won't deter you from your goal, because you're going to realize like everything falls into place on its own accord at its own time, right? Yeah, Nine of Swords, I think you really needed to hear that. You really need some affirmation that things will work out. It will sort itself out for the most part, but of course it can use your help once in a while. So if you've been procrastinating, if you've found yourself a bit overwhelmed, and there are certain things that you're having trouble, there's certain like tasks or goals you're having trouble working on, don't sweat it. Pray for someone to come help you. Someone's going to come help you. Look out for opportunities for assistance. Look out for even someone to just teach you something, teach you a difficult or a complexity, right? If something's a little too complex for you and you need it simplified for you, don't sweat it, don't stress it. Just be mindful that these things will come to you. The assistance will come to you at the right time. Two of Wands, yeah. So you have a lot of excitement brewing, and you may want to see some things a little too soon. You may want that immediate gratification. It's almost like someone being like, oh my God, I've decided to open a business. Okay, now I have my business name, and I know where the business will be. I'm gonna rent this storefront, and then like one day later being like, where are my customers? A lot of things do take time. What's more important is how are you enjoying that process? What's more important is how do you make the whole process, how do you get motivated to be in the process of it, right? Like do you enjoying the journey, right? How are you doing these little things to at least make the process of getting there and the process of getting your ducks in a row, making that more enjoyable in the moment, okay? Temperance, yeah. Was I talking about patience? It's definitely advice there. Temperance. I love that this is falling under the sun. Let me keep going. I feel like there's more to that. Yeah, with the Chariot. Wow. Beautiful. The Six of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Creativity. Look at that. This is a major arcana card similar to the Empress card, and it depicts a beautiful goddess, a goddess of fertility, creativity, the Divine Mother, all the elements, right? We see a very diverse kind of landscape here, with the crescent moon, a new moon here, new beginnings, new births, even pregnancy, fertility. Beautiful. Wow, you've got a lot of encouragement here. You have a lot more cards coming, so let's keep going. broken and hatched. How beautiful is that after creativity? See, I was drawn to the idea of pregnancy and the womb, and this whole new row here is really emphasizing how you yourself generate new opportunities. You create life. And that may be, you know, maybe you're a mother, maybe you are an expectant mother, maybe you are even someone who has wanted to be a mom and it has not been able to be a mom. The point is, you have so much abundance, fertility, you have so much generative power here. Okay, you have the ability to synthesize and, you know, transform with this temperance. You have the ability to weave together various elements of your life, even various inspirations, to create a beautiful new beginning and a beautiful setting just for beauty. I just keep hearing beauty. You bring beauty into the world. Yeah, you bring beauty into the world, and others really see this. Others recognize this. They're very appreciative. I'm actually getting a message that you might be someone who works a lot with mothers. You might be someone who's like a nurse in a maternity ward, or you're a doula. Wow, I'm even seeing someone who like works in makeup or hair, like for weddings and special events. Like I see you doing a woman's makeup, doing women's hair. Like you're really such a pleasant person to be around, because you tell people, you know, what are their natural strengths, what's their natural beauty. You help that shine. Yeah, you really do help people feel better about themselves. That's so cool. And I can see how this new beginning for you, you know, maybe that is the new business you want to make for yourself. You want to stop working for other people. Maybe you see an entrepreneurial opportunity here. Sorry for the car honking. If you're hearing the car honking, I apologize. But that's also, you know, emphasis here that you have a talent for sure. And if you are, you know, about to go out on your own or start a business that is you know, all about this talent, developing this talent, putting out this talent, by all means, full steam ahead, like keep going. A lot of affirmation here that you have the power to achieve your dream here. I notice with the Chariot that there is a butterfly here and there's butterflies here. So I'm going to pull that Oracle card to clarify that Chariot. That Chariot is very key here. Okay, I do have a few more cards. So let's keep going. We have Ecstasy. How amazing and beautiful is this Oracle card? I love this. This like parrot here. Tropical theme. You know, it makes me think of color. It makes me think of vibrancy again. Like you work creatively, you work with color. If you are not in the creative fields, like maybe you're a nurse, maybe you are you work in healthcare, but you know, whatever you're doing, it does bring color into people's lives. It brings excitement. It brings you boost their spirits. Okay, you really boost their spirits. You're a joy to be around. Now I see here 4 of Swords, postponement. Okay, interesting. As well as sitting on top of the world. So very interesting to have these as the last cards. And you know, I feel like with where they're falling, yeah, I feel like you've been on the fence a bit. You know, you're excited, you want to move forward. With the 4 of Swords showing up here, this postponement, you've been on the fence about literally moving on. Like, I think you've been thinking about changing a location or changing office, changing studios, changing workplace. Like you're thinking about really moving on here. but you are wondering when is the right time. You know, like this is somebody who has a beautiful vision and they see the next phase in their life. You see the framework, right? It's like a piece of art they're looking at that's full of color, and it's a new vista, it's a new beginning, and yet what's surrounding it is this sort of drab, dull, black and white color. So it's this postponement. It's like you're kind of giving yourself a reason to stay, and you have to figure out why that is. What is nagging at you that you're kind of putting something on pause here. So let's go ahead and pull this oracle card. I did want to clarify the Chariot, and I do feel like it's going to clarify this postponement card as well. So celebrate the little things. This came up in pile 1. That's very interesting. Celebrate the little things. Huh. I feel like you're trying to stick around. You're postponing something because you're waiting for this either celebration, this milestone. Maybe you're even telling yourself like, oh, I don't want to leave this job. I want to be here for 3 years. I'll leave after the 3rd year, after I celebrate the 3rd year. What I'm seeing with celebrate the little things is like, you don't need a big to-do. You don't need a big goodbye. You know, like I feel like you're waiting for something big to happen to feel better about leaving or moving on. But this is saying, you know, there's always going to be more to celebrate. Like it doesn't have to all come at once. You can have these little milestones or these little gains that you celebrate along the way. It's like giving yourself the breadcrumbs, right? Like if you can imagine this mouse needs these little incentives. It's going to follow the little pieces of cheese. That's what I'm seeing here. It's like, give yourself little incentives to move on, right? Don't wait until you save like $10,000 before you can start your business. Like start your business now. Start doing what you want to do now. Just do it in these smaller, manageable ways so that your transitioning is constant, right? You're constantly moving on. You're constantly transitioning to that better place. And that makes sense because the Temperance card is about you know, moderation and doing things with a little bit of that back and forth because you're trying to test things out, you're experimenting, you're not going all in all at once, right? You're testing things out, you're starting with something that is small and you know you can afford to make mistakes, right? That sort of process. But the Chariot, right? The Chariot is definitely saying moving on. I mean, you've got the 6 of Swords, you've got the 6 of Cups. There is a need to break new ground here. And, you know, you might be someone who's very nostalgic. You're very attached to certain friendship circles, you know, for sure it could be that. But just remember that, you know, you're going to bring new and improved outcomes. So when you're happy, people around you are happy. Like if what you're doing is just going to end up draining you of your happiness, then it's not serving the people around you either, right? Like these cards are showing how important it is for you to nurture the ambition here, right? To nurture that desire for new growth, new opportunities, the desire to develop, right? Broken and hatched, like there's so much potential here, and it would really be a tragedy if you don't nurture your personal power, your personal potential, sitting on top of the world. Okay, see, I feel like you might feel like, oh wait, isn't this enough? Haven't I already gained enough? Like, am I being too greedy by wanting more? I would say yes and no. You know, like it's you don't have to choose one door or the other door. I'm seeing here that you can keep growing, keep developing, and steadily introduce into your life the new you, the new version of you, the new business, the new project. Like, it doesn't have to be just a split in the road here, is what I'm seeing. I do want to pull another card because I love this oracle deck, and I want another card for you. I think maybe pile 1 would resonate for you, but no, I want another card just for you, pile 2. So let's see. Remember your crown, Queen. Wow. Look at this swan. Swan with a crown. And again, Queen of Pentacles, Empress, right? Creativity. Wow. This is just underlining everything I've been saying. Like, you are amazing. Like, whatever it is you're doing, you're amazing. And don't play small here. I think you have a comfort zone, and that's all well and good, but this is encouragement to go outside your comfort zone. And even when there's, difficulties, even when there's challenges that might discourage you, there's so many little things that will encourage you. There's so many little parts of this process that will be enjoyable for you, that you will really be able to sink your teeth into. Again, ecstasy, right? There's so much about what you're doing that does give you joy and pleasure. So it's like, follow that, follow your bliss. This is absolutely the message here. Follow your bliss. I'm going to just pull a couple more cards for you, but I think the message has already been loud and clear, so I'll pull a couple more cards. Can I get a response to what I said? Can I get clarification or advice for pile 2? What are some parting words for pile 2, please? Okay. I want to pull from this deck. Yeah, it wants to be this. Okay. We have the Queen of Wands. Okay. We also have diligence. Another bird. Okay, we have the swan, which is interesting because it's the number 9 on this oracle card, and it's under the 9 of Pentacles. So remember your crown, Queen. Remember that you're the best at what you do. I'm just gonna say, whatever you're doing, you're the best at what you do. Diligence is also here, as well as the Queen of Wands. Okay, so together, what I'm seeing as your parting words, set your sights high for sure. The sky is the limit here. With the Queen of Wands, you're able to achieve everything you want to achieve. You've got the adventure, you've got the gutso. Is that a word? You've got the guts and the gusto. Okay, you've got the gusto. You've got the energy, and you've got the charisma, the magnetism, the popularity. Like, your reputation is there. People know what you have to offer, and you can generate a lot of excitement about that. So that's awesome. With diligence, what we're seeing is, don't let that go to waste, right? Like, use that in your favor and work on it, and put it to set your sights on this new challenge, and take on these new skills that help you make these gains more steady and predictable, right? So what I'm seeing here is that you have this amazing opportunity, or maybe even a number of opportunities. You have this opportunity to network, or to get the word out, or to start the new business, to start this new project. You have this opportunity to get really great people to work on it with you. With diligence, what we're seeing is, don't take that for granted, and put this to work every day. Like, do a little bit every day, or don't procrastinate. Get started, get disciplined. Yeah, that's it. Don't sleep on it, right? Don't sleep on it. We see we see clouds, we see this bird, but it's flying above the farmland here. It's flying above these fertile fields that have all these various, that are in all these various states of production. Okay, so you know, you have a field that is just beginning to show sprouts. You have another field that you know, might be dormant here, and then you have other fields that are just, you know, in peak growth. So the idea here is that there is always something for you to work on. There's many things for you to keep an eye on, and that's going to help you stay excited here, because it means you're never going to be bored. Okay, you're going to have a lot of fun attending to the different priorities of this new venture, the different aspects of this new venture, and you're going to lead a group. You know, you've got leadership charisma here, and you're someone who can really encourage and inspire people to get to work. So wow, pile 2, so much beautiful stuff. Beautiful messages of encouragement here. Wow, that's all I can say. Pile 2, very cool. If this resonated, please click the like and subscribe buttons. Feel free to comment to let me know what's going on with you. This all looks very exciting, and I'm very excited for, you know, this next level, right, that you're approaching here. Pile 2, take care. Thank you for joining. I hope to see you at the next reading. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You selected the card for Purity. Pure as snow. We see this beautiful setting with these evergreen trees covered with fresh snowfall, and this gorgeous white wolf. All right. I'm already getting a sense that you are someone who is very connected to your guides. Yeah. Okay, I have a lot of cards here for you, so I'm just going to get started. What is the message for pile 3 today? Prayer answered. How lovely is that? Manifest your magic. Wow. So cool. We see a rabbit with wings here. Interesting. Clinging to the past. Okay, this is similar to the 5 of Cups here. We see a figure holding on to, you know, a burden. They're holding on to this block. And it seems to have a lot of memories, a lot of memories, thoughts, feelings associated with it. Okay, let's put that down. The King of Wands, the Magician, very cool. The Queen of Wands, wow. This is going to go here. Beautiful. The Queen of Pentacles. Wow, this is really interesting. The previous pile 2, had the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands show up in the reading from different decks, but it seems to be very collective energy that we are tapping into our power. With the Wands and the Pentacles, this is about, you know, seizing these opportunities for abundance, for stability, for safety, you know, really getting our needs met without compromising ourselves, right? Without compromising our beliefs, our values. Connection. Beautiful. I like how this is right under Manifest Your Magic here. Emotions. Okay, the jellyfish. Clinging to the past. And emotions. So yeah, we're going to unpack that. That's really interesting that you have, I feel like you've got a lot of excitement, and you're seeing a big improvement, like self-improvement here. I'm even getting a message about somebody who has started a new health routine, health regimen. Maybe you've been trying to improve your diet or get some exercise in, and you're seeing the results of that. You're feeling better. You're feeling more vitality in your life. So I am feeling like someone who's watching this could be dealing with that specifically. Okay, let's keep going. So much cool stuff here. The Chariot, right under the King of Wands. Wow. Strength. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is very cool. We have the Strength card right under the Magician. The Seven of Cups. I want to put it right here. There's some space there. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And in fact, I think there's space for another card here. Whoa, the Eight of Wands. Whoa. Yeah, there we go. And that leaves what? That leaves the last card, the Chariot. Okay, amazing. I'm putting this right here under the Queen of Wands. Just nudging everything up because I feel like there are more cards to be pulled, but I just want to start here with, yeah, here we go. So I am going to pull more cards from this deck. I'm very drawn to this deck for you. But before I do, I want to go already with that. But before I do, let's go ahead and get the messages in this spread. So, wow. Pile 3. Pile 3. Purity is what you're drawn to. And I think that you are ready. Oh, that's what it is. You're ready. You are ready to let go of some guilt here. There's like guilt, maybe shame, but you feel like you've done your part. You feel like you've learned a very important and also painful lesson, but you're not going to let this sadness that you've been carrying, you're not going to let this guilt, this shame, this sadness from the past, you're not going to let it infiltrate the new you. So I do feel like you have been reborn. That's what's coming through. You've been reborn in a very big way. I'm even getting a sense that you might have a new name. Wow, maybe you've even gone through a divorce and you've changed your name back to what it was, but there's something about your personal identity that has definitely been reborn, remade, renewed. You feel really great. You feel really you feel empowered just because you just feel like yourself. You feel like you can finally be more of yourself in the world. You feel like, you know, even just having that name on your official documents or signing your emails with that name, like that's really powerful for you. I'm even getting a sense someone here could have gone through, they could have transitioned, and their name actually reflects their true gender, which is very powerful and beautiful. And to live according to that name, right, that is right for you, that I can only imagine how wonderful that must feel. So pile 3, I do feel like you're ready to let go of something from the past that has only given you strife, right? And you realize like it's your own guilty conscience that's kept extending the punishment there, right? It's like you've been punishing yourself, and now that you see that you're the only one punishing yourself, like no one else is trying to punish you, it's you that has been punishing yourself. Now that you recognize your role, how you've been doing this to yourself, you can let it go. Now that's a very big message, and it's not going to be for everyone. So if this doesn't resonate for you, that's that's totally fine. That's okay. This isn't your message. But if you're the person that is watching this now and you know exactly what I'm talking about, wow, like This is a big confirmation that it's okay. It's okay to move on. It's okay to let that go. You're ready for it. And not only are you ready for it, you are a new person, right? You are a new person. And I wouldn't say you're a new person. It's more like you're you. You're just who you are. You're the person you've always been, but you had to, you've been living under that weight and that burden that's been shadowing. It's like you've been living under the shadow of this role or identity that wasn't the full expression of you. So now that you're letting that go, wow. Yeah, no, this is for you. This is this affirmation for you. Let me unpack this message further, because we see so much. I see a lot of layers to this, right? And I also see so much magic. So I want to kind of separate out some of these messages. Taking a moment here. Wow, I feel like there's a relationship in your life. Also, you've manifest someone in your life. Maybe they're just around the corner. Maybe they're not in your life just yet. But I do feel like someone is going to show up in your life who is going to be a great match for you. They're going to be really receptive to, everything you're doing, right? Like they're going to be very supportive, very receptive. They're going to be an energy match. I'm seeing that they're just the right energy match. And with the Chariot showing up twice, I do feel like this is somebody who wants to, I heard ride your coattails. This is somebody who just wants to come along for the ride. Like this is someone who's, they're going to be a lot of fun, and they like, it's going to make this whole new chapter in your life that much more fun. Am I seeing them as long-term potential? Maybe not. It's sort of anyone's guess right now. But with the Chariot showing up twice, I do get the sense that like this could be a ride or die person. This could be someone showing up being like, I'm here for you. I want to go wherever you're going. Yeah, no, that's what I'm getting there. Okay, that's cool. With the Queen of Pentacles, connection and emotions, I do feel like you are at a much stronger place to care for yourself now. Your self-care is operating at a, really high level. You're able to intuit what you need. Your body, right? Like your physical health, your physical presence, your bodily presence, it's talking to you. Like you have a better sense of just your vitality levels, right? You have a better sense of what your body needs to recover and to thrive. As in one example, like maybe you haven't had good sleeping hygiene, right? Like maybe you had a trouble sleeping all your life, even. Like maybe you've never been someone who could get good rest, but whatever you're doing now is helping you. Okay, so you're able to get good rest. That's just one example. I feel like this is really a message that the connection, the emotions, it's like your intuition is not just spiritual. It's not just psychological or emotional. It's really intuition that is impacting everything in your life, everything in your experience of life. You're eating better, even. Like, okay, this is another example. Like you're realizing the foods that have been draining you or even giving you allergic reactions. Like it could be even that, right? But with prayer answered, manifest your magic. Like you're just able to align things in your favor. Okay, I'm seeing someone who is oh, this rabbit with wings. I'm seeing someone who's like seeing all the puzzles, right? It's like you couldn't put the puzzles together, the puzzle pieces. You're seeing all the puzzle pieces fall into place. You're seeing a lot of things make sense. And the common thread in this is you. You're able to just let go of those inner obstacles. Let go of all the things that were confusing you and deterring you from listening to what your heart says, listening to what your gut says. Okay, so it's beautiful. Just this, again, the purity, right? It's like the purification process, releasing all the past energetic blockages. It's it feels great. I can feel just how again, you're feeling better rest. You're feeling more rested precisely because it's like there's less, your life is simpler, or your whole way of being is simpler, and so there are less things bothering you at the end of the day. Okay, that's amazing. So clinging to the past is here right in the middle, and I do think there's something here about, yeah, this is where you're at now. You've recognized what you're clinging to, and now you're releasing it. And with the emotions, I feel like there's this image of the deep sea, and you're just dropping something into the deep ocean. You're just letting it go, and you're saying, like, you know what, whatever happens to that, I accept. Okay, I accept. That's a powerful phrase for you. I accept whatever, everything that's happened in the past. I accept, because there's nothing you can do about it. There's no point in clinging to it. You cannot change the past. So there's this powerful image I have of you, you know, releasing this big, heavy block, right? A burden, and it's just sinking down into the deep ocean. And in the deep ocean, right, which is the spiritual waters of the divine, that is really letting go and letting God, right? In another is another way to put it. By doing this, you're also sending it away from you without any negative attachment. You know, you're letting go of vengeance, you're letting go of regret, you're letting go of any attachment, negative or positive. You're just letting that go. Regret being a big one, though. Yeah, the regret is, you're letting go of that regret. Wow. Just have to take a moment here, because yeah, that's beautiful. See, prayer answered. You really thought, again, this is not a message for everyone, this is just for a few of you, but yeah, the regret there, you really thought, yeah, you really thought you had to be a certain way. You really thought you had to wait until you were deserving, wait until you were ready to be happy. And this regret you're letting go of, you realize you can be happy. You're allowed to be happy. Prayer answered. Something happened recently that really helped you understand that. The past is the past, but who you are now, every single moment, who you are now, there is an essential, there's a spirit, right? There, you have a spirit, and it's here experiencing everything. And the way to get to that isn't to wait for it, right? It's to experience it now. It's who you are now, what you are feeling, thinking, seeing, observing, hearing now. That present moment is where this purity lies, okay? And the clinging to the past, letting go of that regret, yeah, I just, honestly, I'm sensing all the compassion. Because you let go of the regret, you can feel more compassion for yourself now. You can feel more, you can understand yourself better. Again, you can nurture yourself better, right? The reason why you're feeling ready to take care of yourself is now you understand you deserve it. You deserve good health. You deserve to feel good in your body. You deserve to feel well rested. Oh, wow. And that's also the Strength card, right? The Strength and the Magician card. The King of Wands, the Queen of Wands. All this vitality is here for you. Especially with the Eight of Wands, like the alignment. You're feeling energy, new energy to move forward. Wow, what is the Seven of Cups? So I did not touch upon this too much here. What is the Strength and the Seven of Cups about? I'm seeing you do something here. I want to understand this better. Sorry for the pause. There's something here. I want to understand this. Can you clarify, please, the Seven of Cups? What is the message with the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Wands and the Strength card? Okay, how about one more? Six of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Ten of Swords. Okay. Okay, so we have the Chariot, the Six of Wands, the Strength, the Two of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Ten of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. Yeah, so interesting. I feel like the Seven of Cups is pointing to a liminal space, a liminal zone. There's still it's almost like a trigger, right? It's almost like there's still something triggering you that is making you a bit confused still. I'm even seeing like a habit from the past, like a coping mechanism. Like there's a coping mechanism, and every once in a while you're still triggered into using this coping mechanism. It's numbing things. It's sort of like putting you in a bit of a numbed out, not necessarily pleasure seeking, but just it's really more about numbing pain. Okay, so there's a coping mechanism you're using, and it is, I would not say it's like sabotaging your progress. I would just say it's there, and you know, the best we can do is to accept that it's still there, and not be so hard on yourself, because to me this coping mechanism is, it's part of it is part of who you are. You know, it's not all of who you are, but it's part of who you are. And instead of being ashamed of it, instead of just trying to pretend that it's not there as well and trying to deny it, accept that it's there. That's what I'm hearing and seeing here. There's a coping mechanism here. I'm not necessarily seeing substance abuse. It could be like, you know, there's some, maybe it could even be like online shopping. It could even be like you know, maybe some website or some like media, even being a media junkie, right? Like it could be any number of things. I think I'm not supposed to know, but yeah, this coping mechanism, this thing that you still do sort of habitually, maybe it's a bit addictive, this is okay. It's not going to derail your efforts. It's important to be aware of it, but you know, you don't have to be perfect right now. You don't have to be perfect immediately, okay? This is about recognizing that you are a full human being. You have your flaws. You're never going to be perfect, but it doesn't have to derail your efforts at self-improvement here. And so with the Chariot, the Strength card, the Eight of Wands, there's still a lot of progress, and it's important to pace yourself. You know, you might have a lot of energy to just be like, oh my God, I'm brand new and I'm ready to do it all. This is a reminder that we can still take some things slowly. The Six of Wands is showing this success. It's also showing that you know, you're succeeding at this is a milestone, but you have more to do. Okay, the Six of Wands, there's encouragement here, and it's also a reminder that the war has not been won, the battle's been won, the war is still being fought. Okay, it's like you've got new battles ahead of you, and so you just have to pace yourself. The Two of Swords and the Ten of Swords, the reason why, so what I'm getting with the Two of Swords or the Ten of Swords is that, you know, you don't have to catastrophic thinking, if you know what I'm talking about. You don't have to let a little bump in the road, a speed bump, you don't have to turn that into something that sends you into despair, right? So this is about not letting these small setbacks send you into despair. Okay, the Two of Swords, this is about remaining even-keeled, detached, balancing your point of view, balancing your thoughts out, seeing two sides of the issue. You know, if you have like a bad day, it's just a bad day. It doesn't have to turn into a bad week, right? Maintain a bit of that detachment to analyze your thoughts, analyze your behavior, and to also be compassionate towards yourself, okay? There's a lot you cannot control. We can't control everything in our lives, and we can't control everything we do. Human beings are still instinctive animals. We're animals. We have our own you know, instinctive urges, and so it's like, we can't fool ourselves into thinking that we're just perfect, or we're just like angelic beings that, you know, are you know, are perfect forever and ever. No, we all live in nature, right? So it's like, if you have your own proclivities, you have your own urges, you have your own nature, like you know, there's something here that you might be overthinking, and you don't need to do that. That's the message I'm getting there. But yeah, pile 3, I hope that was helpful for you. I have a few more cards to pull from this deck, and then I think I can send you off with your closing message. So let's go ahead and do that. What is the message? What is the last message for pile 3? What is the closing message of advice? Yeah, that's a big one there. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Let me go ahead and do this here. I think you can still see this here. The Knight of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Star, lovely, and the Four of Swords. Okay. So definitely getting a message about healing, recovery. This Hierophant, I feel like you've got a set of principles, or you've got an education in something. You've got some kind of specialized knowledge, specialized training. That's very useful for you right now, and it's useful for you to put that into practice. I feel like you are putting that into practice. But with the Knight of Pentacles, the Knights are about action, right? So it's important to stay active, stay disciplined in whatever this practice is for you. It seems to be a practice related to recovery, to healing, even a spiritual practice, right? Like, it could be with the Four of Swords, you could be doing some really deep meditations at this time. I'm also getting recovery from illness, so it could be having to go to a doctor on a regular basis, so some kind of health regimen like that, that requires periods of recovery and recuperation. But with the Knight of Pentacles, right, that message there, and here's the Queen of Pentacles, that message about, again, you know, for all the vitality, the renewed energy in your life, don't forget to ground yourself. Don't forget to have these routines, right? Have these things you do every day that are part of the they're part of the okay, here, I'm just gonna say it the way I hear it. It's like you've laid the foundation and you're building the new temple. You're building a new temple in your life. This is that sacred space in your life, internal, external. You're building this temple, especially with your body, right? You're treating your body as the temple that it is, and you're building it up. And it doesn't happen overnight, it happens over time. So don't forget every day to do the little bit you have to do every day to build that strength of that temple and to maintain it, right? Like maintenance is key here. Strengthening, again, over time, it's these little things that really make a difference. And over time, your temple, right? This, whatever this is to you, it may not be about your body even. It may be like a new religious practice. It may be, yeah, it may be a religious practice. I'm definitely getting a strong feeling about that. It could even be, wow, what could this be? You know, I'm just getting a strong sense that there is a new spiritual practice for some of you, and it's a faith-based, you know, there's faith that you have in a higher power here, and it could be a particular religion or creed that is strengthening you at this time. So every day, you know, as you do this practice, like, it's strengthening that, it's strengthening those core beliefs for you. So I do feel like this is positive. It's giving you a chance to recover. It's giving you a chance to renew yourself, to be, you know, more grounded, to be more centered, and also to let go again, right? To let go of these past beliefs, ideas that just don't serve you anymore, and they don't need to be part of your new manifestation. Okay, your prayers are being answered. You're manifesting your magic. It's beautiful what's showing up here for you, pile 3. So just keep at it, and you know, don't get ahead of yourself. Just pace yourself. Keep at it. Take it all as it comes. So much beautiful, so much great energy and just healing energy, vitality showing up here. So that's your message, pile 3. If that resonated, please click the like and subscribe buttons to let me know. Feel free to chime in the comments if you want to share. And I just appreciate you being here. So thank you, pile 3, for joining us today. And you know, I hope to see you at the next video's reading. Take care.